New at 6 tonight, another round today in the fight between traditional taxi companies and the new ride-for-hire services called Uber and Lyft.
The state passed a law giving the Public Utilities Commission the power to regulate those services. Now the PUC has to draw up those new rules. CBS 4 investigator Rick Salinger was at that hearing. Rick, we know it's complicated, so what's the issue here?
Well, Jim, with Lyft and the service called UberX, you can use your own car to pick up rides that are ordered by smartphone app. But today, the taxi companies argued that the law doesn't go far enough. And this comes as Uber has been granted permission to operate out of Denver's airport.
Different price point.
It's another way to get to and from DIA. Uber joins Lyft with the airport's blessing to pick up and drop off at the terminal. But for the dozens of taxi drivers stacked up waiting to give a lift, it's unwelcome news.
Uber and Lyft is they kill the business.
As they wait in line, customers are able to hail Uber and Lyft on their smartphones.
Are they hurting your business?
Yes, they do. They hurt my business, yes, absolutely.
Not just at the airport, but the city as well. Uber's Colorado head stood on a corner, checked his phone for cars, the passenger ratings of the driver, and in a couple minutes, his ride arrived. But how does one know the driver's background?
I had a state and federal criminal background check. I had to provide proof of insurance.
But unlike taxis, by law, the companies can do their own background checks if they choose and hold the records. The PUC can do audits.
Has the PUC done any of these audits?
We have not yet. This law is just several months old.
The president of one cab company argues the new law is not adequate to oversee Uber and Lyft.
When they're potentially putting people in harm's way that are getting in cars with drivers that haven't been criminal background checked through the proper procedure that we go through.
Our background check process is leading the industry, and in many cases it's better or superior to municipalities, state, and local levels.
The battle over regulation is not over.
The rideshare services are not only required to do background checks, but also vehicle inspections and maintain driver records. They can do this themselves, but the taxi companies say they should be subjected to the same regulations that they are. Live in Denver, Rick Salinger, CBS 4 News.